We're here this morning with Vince Lewis, who has a long career as a composer and performer and guitar teacher. He was featured on the cover of the February 2014 Just Jazz Guitar magazine. And Vince also has a profile on FindaGuitarTeacher.com. It's a pleasure to have him here with us today. Good morning, Vince. Thank you for talking to us.
Oh, good morning, James. Glad to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you and learn more about what you do. Can you tell us first where you teach? What city are you in and what state?
I'm in Virginia, and my teaching location is in Blue Star Music, which is the only music store that I know of in Nelson County, Virginia. And it's halfway between Charlottesville and Lynchburg.
Got it. And so all the students you teach would come to see you at the store?
Correct. I teach exclusively at the store.
Got it. And also, can you tell us a little bit about when students come to you, what kind of music are they interested in learning? Are there various styles that you hear asked for a lot?
Well, I teach all levels. I have beginners. I have people that are interested in playing in their church praise teams, and then I have students that are interested in becoming professional jazz players. So it pretty much runs the gamut, James, actually.
Certainly, and I've noticed in some playing that I've seen you do, you have a video on your profile, and it seems like your own performance and playing has certainly centered in the jazz guitar realm. Do you find that that's what you teach most often, or do you teach a lot of different styles?
Well, I teach different styles, but most of the people that come to me are looking for jazz. They want to improve their jazz playing.
Right. And I was wondering, how did you learn to play guitar?
I started at 5 years old with a really terrific teacher over in my hometown of Charleston, West Virginia, Bob Whitlock, who's still a great friend, and he's a wonderful teacher. So I worked with him all the way until I was 16 years old, and he moved away.
And were you interested in the jazz guitar right from the beginning, or is that something that came later?
It came later. It came right around probably late middle school, early high school age that I heard Wes Montgomery and some of the jazz players, and I just became fascinated with the complexity and the form and just the overall musicality of it.
And I couldn't have said it better. It's really a rich guitar form, and it's beautiful to listen to. And in your teaching, you might have mentioned this before. Do you teach all ages, children and adults?
Yes, I do. I do.
Excellent. And in kind of simple terms, when someone comes to you for a guitar lesson, what is your approach to teaching that person? How do you introduce that person to the guitar or help them get better if they've played some before?
Well, I found that I actually started teaching in a music store at 14 years old. I started very young in the store that I was taking lessons in. And I found that as long as people are enjoying what they're doing and they're playing music rather than exercises, I just determine what style they want to play, what their end goal is, and each student is dealt with individually. But I want to be sure that when they pick up the instrument, they enjoy it as much as I do, because the way you get good is picking it up, and if you're not liking what you're working on, you're not going to pick it up.
Certainly. And I notice you have a guitar with you. Would it be possible for you to play a little bit so that people watching the video could get a taste for your guitar playing? I've listened to some of it myself in the last couple of days, and you play beautifully. It would be nice to hear you this morning.
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to. Should I go ahead and adjust the mic a little, or the camera a little bit?
That would be great.
Okay, let me see what I can do here.
All right.
I'm glad we have an editor.
Oh, no problem about that. This has been part of the interviews, is kind of the freewheeling feeling of adjusting the screen. No problem at all. And
all right, I'll play a little bit of Pennies from Heaven, which is a jazz standard.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay.
That's beautiful, Vince. Thank you for playing that. Such a beautiful song to begin with, and it's wonderful to hear you do it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and I noticed that you're playing a Breedlove guitar as you play that song. What guitars do you use when you teach? Do you teach with a variety of guitars, or are there certain guitars that you tend to use all the time?
I I've just signed on as a Breedlove performing artist, so
Yes.
I like, this is a nice guitar to take to the store to play on, and then I play and record. I'm also a heritage guitar artist and a Benedetto artist, and then I have a signature Ralston guitar, which is handmade over in New Zealand. So I have too many guitars, but you can never have too many.
No, it's easy to have the guitars accumulate, especially when there's so many nice ones out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, can you tell us a little bit when you're teaching? Can you tell us how often do you work with students? Do you work with them once a week or more often than that? What is the scheduling format?
I have several students, James, that come from fairly far away. They'll drive an hour and a half or 2 hours. So in that case, they'll come for an hour every other week. If it's a local person, Livingston is sort of in, well, it's definitely in the country, which is where I am also. I'm in Amherst County, which is beautiful, but it's limited in terms of, people have to drive to come to me. So
Of
a
course.
lot of them are an every other week situation. The local people can come every week for a half an hour.
Right. And what are your fees, Vince?
Well, because the county is what it is, I work with Joe Madison, who's the gentleman who owns the store, and he's taught pretty much every blue guitar player in the history of Nelson County.
Yeah.
So we charge $20 for a half an hour lesson, which is lower than most people in the area, but it's affordable for people to actually learn to play the instrument, which is what we care about mostly.
That is the most important thing. And can you say once again the name of the store where you teach?
Sure, it's Blue Star Music in Livingston, Virginia.
Got it. And when students come to you, there'll be a point, certainly with beginning students who are looking for a guitar and more advanced students when they might want to buy a new guitar. Do you offer guidance to your students about what kind of guitar to buy?
Absolutely, sure. Joe keeps, there again, I keep coming back to the county, but it's not the richest. And he keeps a very good stock of affordable instruments there. And then if he doesn't have the type of guitar the student is looking for, then he's helpful in being able to find something for them somewhere else.
That's wonderful. Well, we're going to be concluding the interview in a second, but this has been great to hear you talk about your guitar teaching. And maybe as an end to the interview, would it be possible for you to play a little bit more?
Sure.
Maybe a bit of a second song. It was so nice to listen to Pennies from Heaven. If you wouldn't mind, it would be great to hear you play something else.
Oh, no, that's fine. Let me see if I can do this here. I'll play a little bit of My Romance, which is a very pretty ballad.
Certainly. That is beautiful, Vince. You said the name of the song was My Romance.
Correct.
Yes. Well, thank you, Vince Lewis, for playing My Romance and for playing Pennies from Heaven, and also for talking with us today. It's wonderful to meet you and also to learn more about your teaching and about your music.
I really do appreciate everything that you guys do, and I know a lot of guitar teachers do, because we're all out here scuffling, and when I'm not performing, I need to be teaching. I'm still doing an adjunct professor position, but I wanted to get back to composing and full-time private teaching, which has always been a big part of my life. And you guys, the support that you're providing all of us is just wonderful. And I thank you guys for that.
You're very welcome, Vince, and I think it's something that works both ways, that it's great for the site to be offering the directory to the teachers, but also the more teachers that are part of the site, the stronger the site is too. So it seems like everyone benefits on all sides.
Great. Terrific.
Well, it's been wonderful talking to you today, and best of luck to you in your guitar playing and your teaching and your music, and we look forward to seeing you very soon on Find a Guitar Teacher.
Great. Thanks. Have a wonderful weekend, James.
You do the same, Vince. Take care. Bye-bye.